Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 2 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 2 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter estimation and rounding. The lessons we are going to cover today are estimate to the nearest 10, round to the nearest 10, round to the nearest 10 or 100. So let's just start with the first lesson. Okay, here I'm on grade 2 maths. Chapter is rounding and estimation. Mm, Estimation and rounding, here it is. So let's just start with the first lesson, estimate to the nearest 10. Okay, estimate 14 to the nearest 10. So you are given with 14, you have to estimate it to the nearest 10. So how do we estimate? 14. 14 is between two tens, greater than 10 and less than 20, right? You can see, how do we estimate? You can see 14 is just 4 digits away from 4, but 6 digit away from 6. So 14 is less distant to 10, right? That means you can estimate 14 as 10 because 14 is less distant. If it is greater than 15, then it is estimated to 20, right? But because it is less than 15, it would be estimated to 10, right? Estimate 98 to the nearest 10. Okay, you have 98. 98 is between which two tens? 90 and 100. 90 and 98. 98 is 8 digits far than 90, but 2 digits far from 100. So when you are going to estimate 90, you estimate it to 100 because 98 is near to 100, right? That is a way you can understand easily, right? So 98 is estimated to 100. Estimate 34 to the nearest 10. Okay, you have 34. 34 is between which two tens? 30 and 40. So 34 is just 4 numbers away from 30, but 6 number away from 40, right? So you can estimate 34 to 30. You can estimate 34 to 30, right? Because 34 is just 4 number away from 30. Let's just start with the practice questions. How many marbles are there? Estimate. You have to write the estimated answer. You don't have to count. I think around 50. I'm not sure, just guessing the answer. Yes, they are around 50, right? Okay, estimate 68 to the nearest 10. So, which is the correct option? 68 is between 60 and 70. From 60, it is 8 numbers away, and from 70, just 2 numbers away. So, you can estimate 68 to 70. So the correct option is 70 because 68 is just two numbers away from 70. So you can estimate 68 to 70. The correct option is 70. Estimate 34 to nearest 10. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 30 because 34 is just four numbers away from 30. So it would be estimated to 30, right? How many marbles are there? Estimate. The numbers, the options you are given are 20, 50, 50, and 80. But they are not around 20. They are just around 20. Without counting, I can see they are around 20. Yes, it is. Because they are not too much that we can say it is 50, they are 50 or 80, right? Okay, estimate 45 to the nearest 10. So, which is the correct option? You are given the options 50, 70, and 90. So, 45 is between which two tens? 40 and 50, isn't it? The only option, correct option here is 50. Then 45 is estimated to 50, right? Estimate 98 to the nearest 10, which is the correct option? The options you are given is 30, 50, and 100. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 198 is estimated to 100. Estimate 68 to the nearest 10. So, which is the correct option? 40, 60, and 70. The correct option is 68 is between 60 and 70, right? You can see here. Okay, already written on the board. 68 is between 60 and 70, but 68 is 8 number away from 60 and just 2 digits away from 70. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 70 because it is just 2 digit away from 70. So, the correct option is 70. Estimate 54 to the nearest 10. So which is the correct option? 54 is between 50 and 60, right? You have 54, 50 and 60. So from 50 to 54 you have just 4 digits, and from 54 to 60, 6 digits away, right? That means 54 is near to 50. So the correct option is 50. Estimate 58 to the nearest 10, which is the correct option? 58 is rounded estimated to 60 because 58 is just two numbers away from 60. Estimate 14 to the nearest 10, which is the correct option? 48 is between 10 and 20, greater than 10 and less than 20. From 10 to 14, 14 is just four numbers away from 10 and six number away from 20. That means 14 is near to 10. So the correct option is 4, right? So the correct option is, sorry, the correct option is 10. You can estimate 14 to the 10, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just start with the next lesson. The next one is round to the nearest 10. Let's just start with the next lesson. Then let's just start with the first question. What is 51 rounded to the nearest 10? Okay, now you are going to round off the numbers. 51. Okay, just look at the, you have to round off. The question is 50, what is 51 rounded off the nearest 10? So just look at the tens digit. 5 is at the tens digit. So just look at the digit that is right next to 10, 1. You have to compare this digit to 5. 1 is greater than 5, less than 5. 1 is less than 5. So when the digit is less than 5, that means you have to round this digit to 0, and the tens digit is same. So 51 is rounded off to 50. The concept is same. 51 is between 50 and 60, right? And just one digit very near to 50. So it is rounded off to 50. Okay, the next one is 85. What is 85 rounded to the nearest 10? So you have to round off 85. 8 is the digit that is at the tens position. So just look at the next digit. 5 is equal to 5, right? So the options, but you are not given with the options here. You can round off it to 5. When 5 is equal to 5, you have to then replace the 5 with 0, and you have to add 1 to the tens digit. 8 plus 1 is 9, so 85 is rounded off to 90. If the ones digit is equal to 5 or greater than 5, then you have to round to the next 10. So 85 is rounded to 90, right? Okay, the next one is, what is 31 rounded to the nearest 10? So 31 is rounded to 30, because the tens digit, the ones digit is 1. You have to round off to tens. So this is the tens digit. Next one is 1. 1 is less than 5. So you have to replace 1 with, you have to round 1 with 0, and you have to end up on the same 10. So it would be 30, right? Let's just start with the test questions. What is 54 rounded to the nearest 10? Which is the correct option? 30, 40, and 50. 54. This is the tens digit because you have to round to nearest 10. This is the tens digit. Just look at the next digit. You have 4. 4 is less than 5. That means you have to replace the 4 with 0, and you have to end up on the same 10, because that is less than 5. So the correct option is 50. What is 85 rounded to the nearest 10? So 85. 8 is at the tens position. Right next to 8, you have 5. You have to compare the 5 to 5. So you can see they are exactly equal. That means you have to replace the 8 to 5, and you have to end up on the next 10. Next 10 means you have to add 1 to tens digit. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it would be 90. You can round off 85 to 90. So the correct option is 90. What is 41 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 30, 40, and 50. 41, the digit at the ones position is 1. Basically, you have to round the tens digit. So this one is the tens digit. You have to see the next digit, that is tens. Next to 10, you have 1. You have to compare this digit to 5. 1 is less than 5. When the number is less than 5, that means you have to round up on the same 10, but you just have to replace the ones digit with 0. So 41 is rounded off to 40. So the correct option is 40. If you already know the answers, you can please just write down the answer in the chat box. What is 23 rounded to the nearest 10? Okay, the next one is what is 23 to the nearest 10? Okay, so this is the digit that is at the tens position. On the left of 2, you have 3. You have to compare this digit to 5. So 3 is less than 5. That means you have to round on the same 10. So it would be rounded off to 20. Just replace the ones digit with 0. So it would be rounded off to 20. So the correct option is 20. Right? Okay, what is 71 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 71 is rounded off to 70 because 1 is less than 5 and then you have to round on the same 10, so it would be rounded to 70. The correct option is 70. What is 72 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 72. You have 2 right next to the 10 digit. So 2 is less than 5. That means you have to round on the same 10. Just replace the ones digit with 0 and the tens digit is same. So it would be rounded off to 70. The correct option is 70. What is 31 rounded to the nearest 10? Which is the correct option? 31 is rounded off to 30 because 1 is less than 5 and then that means it is rounded off to the same 10, so that would be 30. The correct option is 30. What is 76 rounded to the nearest 10? Okay, 76 it is. The digit that is at the ones position is 6. You have to compare this digit to 5. 6 is greater than 5, right? That means you have to end up on the next 10. For the next 10, you have to replace the ones digit to 0, and 7 plus 1 is 8. So 76 is rounded off to 80. So the correct option is 80. What is 12 rounded to the nearest 10? 10 is rounded, 12 is rounded off to 10 because 2 is less than 5. So you have to end up on the same 10. So it would be rounded off to 10. What is 74 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 4 is again less than 5. So you have to end up on the same 10. So it would be rounded off to 70. The correct option is 70. What is 53 rounded to the nearest 10? 53 is rounded off to 50 because 3 is less than 5. So you have to end up on the same 10. So it would be 50. What is 44 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 44. You have to round the tens digit. That is the tens digit. On the left of the 10 you have 4. You have to compare this digit to 5. So 4 is less than 5. That means you have to round up on the same 10. So it would be rounded off to 40. The correct option is 40. What is 18 rounded to the nearest 10? You have to round off 18. So 1 is at the tens position. Right next to 1 you have 8. So 8 is greater than 5. That means you have to round up to the next 10. So 1 plus 1 makes 2 and it will be rounded off to 20. So the correct option is 20. Right? If you already know the answers, you can please write down the answer in the chat box. What is 51 rounded to the nearest 10? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 50 because 1 is less than 5, so it would be rounded off to 50. What is 35 rounded to the nearest 10? 35. The tens digit is 3 and the next digit to 3 is 5. 5 is equal to 5. So 5 is equal to 5 or greater than 5. You have to end up on the next 10. So the next 10 is 40. So the correct option is 40. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next one is round to the nearest 10 or 100. Okay, what is 23 rounded to the nearest 10? So you have to round off 23 using the same method we just did. 23, 2 is at the tens position. Right next to 2 is 3 and 3 is less than 5. That means you have to end up on the same 10. So it would be 20. The correct option is 20. Let's just start with the practice questions because the method is exactly same we just did. We just have to round off the numbers to the hundreds. Let's just start with the first example. What is 252 rounded to the nearest 100? Okay, now you have to round to the 100. 252. You have to round up to the 100. So here is the hundreds digit, right? You have to look at a digit right next to 100. Here you have 5. 5 is equal to 5. When they are equal, that means you have to round to the next 100. The next 100 is 3. Then you have to replace that other two digits with 0. So that would be 300. The correct option is 300. Got it? So read the question carefully because here you have to round to nearest 100. So then you have to look for the 100 digit. The next digit is 5. 5 is equal to 5. So you have to round up to 300. So it would be 300. What is 76 rounded to the nearest 10? Okay, you have to round off to 10. 76. That is 10th digit. Right next to 10 you have 6. 6 is greater than 8. That means you have to round up to next 10. So it would be rounded off to 80. So the correct option is 80. What is 593 rounded to nearest 100? Okay, here you have 593. So 5 is at the hundreds position, right? Next to 5 you have 9, and 9 is greater than 5, right? That means you have to round up to next 100. Here you have 6, and you have to replace the other two digits with 0, so it would be ended up 600. So the correct option is 600. What is 161 rounded to nearest 10? Okay, now you have to round up to 10. 161. So just look at the tens digit. 161. This is the digit that is at the tens position. So then right next to 10 is 1. 1 is less than 5. That means you have to end up on the same 10. Just replace the digit with 0, right? So it would be rounded off to 160. So the correct option is 160. What is 485 rounded to the nearest 100? 485. 4 is at the hundreds position. Right next to 4 you have 8, and 8 is greater than 5. That means you have to round to the next 100. 4 plus 1 is 5. Replace the two digits with 0. So that means it will be ended up to 500. So the correct option is 500. Okay, what is 22 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 22 is rounded to 20. The correct option is 20. What is 898 rounded to the nearest 100? Which is the correct option? 898 is rounded off to 900. The correct option is 900. What is 58 rounded to the nearest 10? So which is the correct option? 58 is rounded off to 60. The correct option is 60. 848 is rounded off to nearest 100. So you have 848. Sorry, 841. The digit at the 100 position is 8. Right next to it, you have 4, and 4 is less than 5. That means you have to end up on the same 100, replace the other two digits with 0. So the correct option is 800. What is 24 rounded to nearest 10? This is the digit that is at the tens position. So 4 is less than 5. That means you have to end up on the same 10. So it would be 20. The correct option is 20. Okay, you can complete the rest of the questions by yourself. So we were working on grade 2 math. The chapter we're working on is place values. The lessons we have covered today, estimation and rounding, sorry. And the lessons we have covered today are estimate to the nearest 10, round to the nearest 10, and round to the nearest 10 or 100. So please make sure before the next session you can complete the rest of the questions by yourself later today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can please contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.